is up, YouTubers? This is Harpy189 and the voices in my head coming at you from the Duelist Den. And the ban list has finally dropped. The new ban list came out just a couple hours ago. I took a little bit of time to look over this list, to make this video and edit it before I got it to you guys. One major important fact about this ban list is not currently up on the USA server on Yu-Gi-Oh!-card.com. You have to go to the UK server in order to see this ban list, but the UK and the US use the same ban list, so it's reasonable to assume that their ban list will be the same as ours. But anyway, this list is very short. Because of how short it is and because there's another ban list coming out in January, a lot of people are speculating that this is, of course, an emergency ban list. It may well be an emergency ban list. It may not be an emergency ban list. I have no way of saying for 100% sure, but it does certainly feel kind of sort of like an emergency ban list. But on that same note, it still has like 3 or 4 days before it goes into effect, so it may not be an emergency ban list. But this list is very short. It's very nuts. It's very good. All right, starting off, we only have one card that got banned, and that is Firewall Dragon, the main problem in the current format. Now, a lot of people, myself included, were thinking that Firewall was not going to get touched for a while because it's the main character's ace monster in the current arc. That being said, Firewall is the reason for the Lycoris Loop and Trick Stars, the Danger Dark World FTK, the reason for a lot of U-Link boards. Firewall just does a lot in this game, and it really has been a problem for quite some time now. And a lot of people have been calling for it to be banned, and nobody thought it would be a lot. And it's just shocking that it is, but it was the perfect card to hit for this list on the banned cards. For limited cards, only one card got limited, and that is, of course, Armageddon Knight. Now, this sucks for me personally because I just finished Vampires yesterday, which I run 2 copies of Armageddon Knight in, so I got to go and adjust that now. But overall, limiting Armageddon Knight, it does make sense because it works in Vampires, it works in Zombies, it works in Danger Dark Worlds. There's just a lot of things that Armageddon Knight can do. The most common play is summoning Armageddon Knight, dishing your Destiny Hero Malicious, using Malicious effect in the graveyard to banish and summon another Malicious. That is the most common play for the use of Armageddon Knight, outside of Vampires, of course. But Armageddon Knight is a huge searcher for dark attribute based decks. So limiting it to 1 does make a lot of sense, and it's really going to hurt a lot of these decks that utilize it at 3. Speaking of Destiny Hero Malicious, it is the only card that got semi-limited. So Konami is addressing this point on 3 different fronts. They banned Firewall, they limited Armageddon Knight, and semi-limited Destiny Hero Malicious. 3 key cards for the Danger Dark World FTK. So they're really hammering down on Danger Dark Worlds. It seems to be like it's the only deck that they really just punched in the face with this list was the Danger Dark World FTK, hitting 3 of the primary cards to go into that loop. So you kind of see Konami's thinking here. They really thought that the only issue right now was the Danger Dark World FTK. That being said, hitting Malicious and Armageddon Knight does kind of slow down a couple other decks, but their main focus, it feels to me, was stopping Danger Dark World FTK. Now on to the cards that got unbanned. First up, we have A Assault Core. This is a big thank you to Konami for finally listening to the player base. This title list, it's like Konami just listened to the player base and said, okay, this is what they want. This is what they're going to get. That's what this list feels like to me. A, on the last list, got limited. Just out of nowhere, straight out of the freaking left field, got limited from 3 to 1. And a lot of people were pissed off about that fact. A lot of people invested a lot of money into ABCs, myself included. And then it got hit, and now we can't play it. But now it's back at 3, so we can run our ABC decks again. And ABCs, I feel, are going to be right up there competing with some of the top decks yet again. I'm not going to say they're tier 1, maybe tier 2 at best, but they are still a very viable, very competitive deck, especially now that they have A back to 3. Next up, we have Cosmo Dark Destroyer. From semi-limited to unlimited. This is something we all seen coming for a while. I called it a couple ban lists ago that it was going to get unbanned within the next couple of lists, or completely unbanned in the next couple of lists. Cosmos are basically at full power again with this at 3. Now Cosmos, when this got bumped to 2, we really didn't see too much in the light of day. But with them at 3, or with Dark Destroyer at 3, I still don't think they're going to be top tier like they used to, but we may see a few Cosmo decks resurfacing yet again. So I feel like this was a good choice on Konami's part. And the last card that got unlimited was Called by the Grave. Another out of the left field hit on Konami, semi-limiting this on the last ban list. This now is back to 3, which is going to make a lot of people happy because they can now run their Called by the Graves at 3 again, meaning we now have our full support for anti-hand traps. And that was the main reason people were bitching about Called by the Grave getting semi-limited, is because it was really the main out to hand traps, which are pretty much dominating a lot of decks in this format. So overall, I feel this list was very, very good. I feel Konami finally listened to the player base for a change on the ban list. It's very, very short, but very, very good. I honestly was expecting Thunder Dragon to get hit too on the ban list, but whatever. But I would like to know what you guys think about this list down in the comment section below. As always, guys, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell, and follow all the social media accounts that are linked in the description box right down there, so you can stay up to date with everything happening here at the Duelist Den. And until next time, this is Tahlequah89 and the voices in my head just want to say Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not just a game, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is life.